What is up, guys? It's TheCitrusPanda today, and I'm coming at you with some Rogue Legacy today. This is actually a game that's been on sale on Steam, summer sale, for quite a while, or on multiple different sales, I think, so far. I got this game a long time ago, actually. It was on sale, like, I got it probably like about 6 months ago or so. And if you haven't picked this up, I don't know if it's still on sale on Steam right now, but if it's not, it probably will be later, because it's just one of those games that's going to be on sale, I think, like a lot during the Steam summer sale. And it's also one of the games that I think that everybody that has a PC should just get. I think it's a really good game. Basically what it is, it's like a 2D dungeon crawling roguelike game. It's called Rogue Legacy, hence it's being a roguelike. But it's pretty difficult, I'm gonna say right now. It's got some platforming in it, which if you like platforming, there is some platforming, but yeah, there's not tons of it. It's not hardcore platforming, but some of it is pretty hard platforming. Anyway, oh crap, I'm doing pretty bad here. But anyway, the idea is that you go into a dungeon, like I am in a dungeon right now. You have to continuously basically just go into the castle, even though you die every single time. And every single time you die, instead of you just respawning like in most roguelikes, so instead of just respawning like an idiot, you know, obviously breaking the realism or whatever, I don't know, like you just keep on going and going and going. Although that's how most games do it. This game does it a little bit differently. How it does it is that it makes each character that you play as is actually one of your descendants. So whenever you die, you are basically playing a different character each time, and each character can have unique traits, whether they're good or bad or actually just neutral, like they don't do anything. It's odd to see what kind of new traits you're getting on your new character. For instance, the person I have right now, if I go to my stats right now, the person I have right now doesn't have too much. I got the class. There's different classes. I got the knave class. I don't have it upgraded to assassin yet, but you can actually get upgraded to assassin. Knaves, they hit low and they have a low everything, but what they do have is that they have a high crit chance, so they're critical hit a lot, and it's pretty awesome. The trait that I have is not really that bad, but it's not really that good either. It's more like neutral, I'd say, depending on how you play. It's ADHD. And the ADHD trait on your character makes you move really fast. Usually you don't move as fast as this guy's moving right here. But, oh boy, I forgot those Doomvis. Yeah, it's like a canvas, but a Doomvis. Do you get it? Because it's a joke. It's a pun. Okay, but anyway. There wasn't actually anything back there, so there wasn't too much of a point of going there. But some of these locations up there are accessible. Like that little thing up there. See how that's a little bit different color than the rest of the stone? I don't know if you can see that top one right there. If you have the trait dwarfism, it's a trait that makes your character very small. You can actually fit into those small places. So it's actually a really good trait to have, you know, these unique traits. And then there's some that do absolutely nothing. And oh boy, I forgot. I did not expect that to happen. I'm getting out of here. Okay. There are also those. Obviously, there are like these big rooms with like mini bosses in them. Like you just saw. Those are just mini bosses. And then there's, to my knowledge, there's only like 4 different areas. There's this main castle area, which is what you'd be spending a lot of your beginner time in. And then I think the second hardest area is all the way to the right. Usually, you start getting into a forest. And then above you is the Maya, and below you is, I'm not sure what it's called, but it reminds me of something like hell. I don't even know. It's like kind of like the depths or something. I don't know. It's the hardest place to go. But anyway, even after you do that, there's a new game plus, and then like everything gets more powerful, and you'll encounter stronger enemies. And also, as you level up your character, everything gets harder. So although as you level up your character, the game technically gets easier because your guy is getting more powerful. The castle will get harder. Like at the beginning of the game, this castle area isn't that hard. It's still decently hard, but as the time progresses, it's going to get harder and harder. So it's usually about the same difficulty level, and it requires a lot of skill to play this game. It's a lot about precision. And this game might look pretty simplistic, like it's attack style, and it's kind of like the way you play the game. And it's kind of like that, but it's how it's made. Like it's made to be simplistic. There's basically one attack button, and that's D. Like if you're doing melee attacks, you can only attack one way, and that's pressing D. which to some people might sound really simplistic and really dumb, and why would you only want to play if you could only play in one way, like you can't play any other way? Well, you can only play in that one way, because although it's so simplistic, it works. Like, that's the point of the game. I think even, I was kind of like, why is there only one attack button? But after a while, you just like it. It works. Plus, you usually get 2 spell slots as well if you're more of a mage type character. If you picked, well, you have 3 randomized characters that they're getting after you die. So one of them might be a mage. The chances of you getting a class you like are kind of slim, but not really, because I kind of like a couple of different classes. I'm really starting to like the knave, and I've got to upgrade some of my critical chance stuff. But I'm really liking that character. I like the paladin because he's kind of like a jack of all trades. And I also like the lich, so most of the time I'll get a character that I like playing as. Sometimes I'll get a mage character, which oh boy, I personally don't like playing as mage characters. I don't think the spells are really good, but I prefer melee because it's kind of like it never fails. You know what I mean? Like, you never run out of mana. So this is the Land of Darkness, like I was telling you about earlier. You don't want to go down there until way later in the game. The only boss I've actually beaten is the regular boss, like just the castle, like this regular castle boss. Haven't beaten the forest or the Maya. I've actually ventured decently far into the Maya because, like I said, I mean, this game is pretty much all skill based. So even though you kind of need to be a higher level to get to these areas. I mean, you can get there at any level, but the idea is that if you have the high enough skill, you're good to go. Now here, actually, it's showing that you can just go up and it's the forest. If you go far enough up, though, you will get to the Maya. I'm not sure why. Oh boy. Okay, this will be interesting. Oh crap! I didn't see those floor spikes. That is probably one of the biggest fails I've done in a while. But we'll see. Okay, got that. And basically, you just play this game, and that's how it goes. But I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna come back in a couple of minutes and kind of explain to you one last thing before I end this video. Alright, so I died. I ventured into the Maya. And probably not the best idea, but I did it anyway, and I did die. Once you die, you get to see all the things you've killed, which I think is actually really cool. You can see how many enemies you killed. You can kind of gauge your progress from there. At the beginning of the game, the idea is to die many times. You will die so many times, it's not even funny at the beginning of the game until you get some upgrades. So every single time you die, you get traits. You get 3 different choices, and you can only have these 3 choices. So there's some that are just funny. Like this one, he has irritable bowel syndrome. I'm not really even sure what that does. He has the chakram spell. He's a paladin, which I might actually pick this one. This one is female. You can tell if they're female or male by the bow on their chest. I mean, on their chest, on their head. Sorry, whatever. The bow on their head, not chest, because I'm stupid. All right, so dagger and scythes. Those are both spells, as you can see. And this one has tunnel vision and tunnel vision, and they're both gay for some reason. I'm not even sure what that trait does. I've played through this game so many times. I think it's just there for comedic factor. I'm not really sure. Haven't found what those do. But anyway, the idea here is to go through all these ages with all these different characters, and look how many there are. And there we go, all the way back to the beginning of my family tree. I think that's pretty cool that you can go all the way back, and it's interesting to me at least. So here I'm gonna pick this character, confirm, and whenever you get out of here, you basically go back to this one area, and you've got all the gold that you got from your last run. Now, originally, if you don't have anything, whenever you try to go back into the castle, you'll lose all your gold. So you can't just farm a bunch of gold. You have to spend it. You have to make it in the castle, and you have to spend it once you get out of the castle. Here is where you put runes on your armor, which is actually really helpful. I have runes. I just got a new one that steals mana, but I don't really want that. I've got 2 jumping runes, and I've got 2 jumping runes and 1 dashing rune, and then 1 like vampiric rune kind of thing. So I can probably get another jumping rune, but look at this. I can jump once, twice, and 3 times. That's because I have runes on my armor. So at the beginning of the game, I'll be able to jump once. As the game goes on, you might want to put runes on your armor, and I can also dash. It's pretty awesome that you can do all these things. And then you can go to your tree and then upgrade things. I'm going to upgrade some of my critical chance. So my critical chance is now 6% more than it was. and that's how the game goes. I recommend buying this game, whether it's on sale or what have you. I don't know. It's definitely worth buying if it's on sale. If it's not on sale, yeah, I'd still say it's worth picking up, but you might want to wait till it's on sale just because you can probably get it for a pretty good deal while it's on sale. So until next time, guys, see you later. My name is TheCitrusPanda. Play Rogue Legacy.